Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderellimouse and today we're looking at the Restoration Workshop Kit, which is one of the new kits that has been released for The Sims 4. Thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with codes for that. But before we get started, I want to say that there is 50% off now, currently at the time of filming, on a variety of Sims packs. And if you're picking anything up, remember to use my code Cinderellimouse, and it just means that some of the money you spend is going to get sent my way by EA. Doesn't cost you any extra. It just means that kind of EA give me a tip. So if you want to do that, that's great, but no problem if not. So jumping over to the store tab, we can go to Restoration Workshop, and it says complete satisfying repairs in your own versatile workshop with the Sims 4 Restoration Workshop Kit. Now, before I read more, I was quite excited to see this when I kind of saw the promo stuff that popped up on my X feed. I really like the style. I like this kind of like garage kind of workshop feel in the game. I like anything that feels a little bit like rough around the edges. So I really like this. I really want cars back. This is making me want cars even more because it kind of feels like a garage to me. So hopefully this means that cars are on the horizon soon. I would be very excited to have them. But yeah, it says take old broken down appliances and revive them with your handiness skill. This kit will help you capture the full handy sim experience with shelves, workbenches and other details for building a functional space. And it says a job well done. This kit includes 4 antique appliances, a microwave, coffee maker, refrigerator and stove in need of a little TLC. Sims with the handiness skill can go to work restoring them to their former glory and making them functional again. So this is a little bit like, I suppose what I'm going to guess is that this is going to be like the gameplay from Eco Lifestyle, where you can get stuff from like the dumpsters or pick it up from like the spawn points, and like everything comes broken, but you can like repair it and then like sell it via retail or something like that. So I'm wondering how they've handled it in this kit. So if you wanted a taste of that and you didn't have Eco Lifestyle, I suppose this is a good kind of entry point. I am wondering why it's specifically these 4 items and whether the ability to restore things is going to be like applied to other broken items in the game. So for example, like if you're cooking and you burn your stove and it's like in that burnt state, can we restore it, or is this just specific to these new items? So I'm curious to kind of like explore the gameplay there. And it says a functional space creates a workshop that will inspire your Sims to improve their skills. This space has modular shelves, so you'll have ample storage, plus interactive objects like a water heater, fuse box, floor fan and woodworking bench. So excuse me, sorry, I'm a little bit off today. I'm a bit tired. I'm sorry if I'm kind of stumbling over my words a little bit. So a heater and a floor fan. So I assume that if you have something like seasons where you have temperature in the game, then the fan is going to help to cool the room down and the heater will heat the room up. We have seen that gameplay applied to other packs. I believe like For Rent also had things that could like heat water and stuff like this. So we've got this kind of across multiple packs now. So the more packs you have, the more impact you'll see from these items, I suppose. And then it says as well like a fuse box. So this was something that we saw with For Rent and I think City Living. You know, the fuse box could malfunction in those packs and it would need to be repaired. I'm excited for another woodworking bench. I think we did get another one in a recent pack. I can't remember specifically which pack it came in, but maybe this and this are both new woodworking benches. I'm excited for that because like we only ever had that one on in the base game for like such a long time. So it's really nice to see updated base game objects and to have that variety. This looks like it might be some sort of floor tile perhaps. Yeah, oh no, look, it's a wall. It's like for plastering. Okay, that's cool. Right, I guess I like the style of these as well. They kind of look like almost like retro futuristic, you know, like futurism style. They're really cool. Okay, I'm going to jump into the game and we're going to see what we can do with these new objects. Okay, so I've jumped in with one of my own families from my own save. If you want this lot, it is available on my gallery. Yeah, and I think they're going to be, sorry, looking at the sky there. I think they're going to be the perfect family to kind of like check this out because they are quite sciencey. They are into like handiness. So I've got Harold here, and you can see that he already does have somewhere a handiness skill of level 5. So this would suit him really well because it's like something he's already working on. And he's in the technological innovator kind of like science career from Get to Work. So yeah, I just feel like this is going to really suit him. And he does have this kind of like workshop vibe going on already out here in this kind of like outhouse building. It's kind of like a converted barn building. So I feel like this is going to be the perfect place to try it. Let me jump in here and we'll have a look and see if we can spot some of those new items. So there was a new like wallpaper, right? So let me scroll down here and restoration workshop. Here we go. So yeah, so if you wanted it to look like you've been doing like a little bit of plastering, you could do this. Are there different tiles though? Because I feel like it's a little bit samey, right? It's like every time. I mean, they are actually slightly different. No. I feel like they've thought about this. Am I crazy? Yeah, they're all different. Look, this one's got like a little zigzag here. And then this one's kind of like thicker. And then this one's on a bit of an angle. So it's not a repeating pattern. They all are actually slightly different, which is quite nice. So I like that variation. Like not every single tile is exactly the same. That is a nice touch. Yeah, that's really cool. I like this colour, this kind of like, I don't like darker textured plaster. That's cool. I like that effect. I don't know if I necessarily want it in here. I mean, I guess you could kind of say that he was doing like, I don't know, like he's been repairing this wall or something. Like this wall needed like, you know, the stuff between the bricks like fixing. So he's had to like replaster. That's fun. I like that. Okay, let's keep looking and see what new items we get. Okay, I'm excited. The improvised bucket chair. That is such a fun idea. When life hands you a bucket, make it a chair, perfect for spontaneous seating solutions. The improvised bucket chair adds a touch of quirky charm to any space. I would totally use this out here. Like I've got some cows, so you could imagine like, you know, if you needed to like milk the cows, like maybe you get a bucket out. So I might have that like somewhere around here. So it's like, I don't know, like slightly discarded, like out in the field. Let's have a look at some of these colours as well on this. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can hear in my voice that I sound tired. I'm just a bit burnt out and I've not like had great sleep this week. So I'm so sorry that I sound like awful. I really like these though. I like the style. They kind of feel a bit vintagey. Yeah, I can definitely mess with these. Do you know what I would have liked as well? I would have liked a flipped up version that was just like decor. And so we could have had like a flipped up version and a flipped down version. That would have been really cool. But yeah, I like that. I'm definitely going to end up using that a lot in my games. That is definitely like my style of like build by. Really love that. Okay, I'm gonna shove one in here as well. I'm just gonna go with like the regular red color and I'm just gonna pop it like there for now, and then we'll see where we end up placing that at the end. Then these look like, oh, the shelves. I thought they were going to be like counters. Designed for heavy duty use, these short shelves can withstand the demands of a workshop. Organize anything with confidence. Now I did actually notice in some of the screenshots that I think these connect to like the base game counter. Is it these ones? Can they like that's kind of on the ground? Are there something like walls, or am I imagining that? Oh no, I think this is what I saw. Workshop shelf tall. Transform your workshop with this tall, versatile utility shelf, sturdy and spacious. It's your new best friend for keeping things in order. So I like those. They kind of tile together like counters, but it's not a counter. I wonder if it actually does work like a countertop. That would be really cool if it did. I'm going to get rid of this work table because we know we're going to get like a new one in a second. And then let's have a look at some of the colours of these as well. Yeah, I really like this. It does feel like a really nice, like, it'd be nice as well for like other spaces. So for example, if you had like an art workshop, you know, if you had a sorry about those pink lines. Actually, let me try and turn those off. There we go. So we can see a bit better. That's because like I don't know why that is. What have I got going on here? Oh, it's because it's a small business. Yeah, so say you had like an art studio, this would be perfect for that as well. So it's not just for like mechanics and, you know, repairing things. Like you could use that for schools, or you could use it for I don't know, like, yeah, like farm buildings. Like I feel like these are quite versatile, and actually I really like the color combinations on these so far. That green's really nice. Oh, and then you get like dirty versions. I love that. I prefer that. I prefer these kind of like dirty, distressed versions, but it's really cool that you have both. And I really actually appreciate that you get the same swatch. I kind of mentioned this on the Golden Years cast review. I like that it's the same color swatches, but you have like an old version and a new version, because if you're storytelling, say for example, I wanted to do like a machinima and it was kind of like, you know, 40 years ago and now, you know, a bit like that other game that I'm playing, you know, it might be like when you buy it, it's like all fresh and new, but 40 years later, it's kind of like all like run down and distressed. So that's really, really cool. I love things like that because it's so good for like visual storytelling. Yeah, really, really awesome. And then it's even got like like the little like what's it, like Brightchester, the dragon, the Brightchester dragon mascot, like on the side there. I love that kind of consistency as well, like between packs, you know, seeing the same things but in different packs. Very, very nice, very cool. And then we get the Tidy Tool Board, perfect for keeping tools at your fingertips. This board is a must-have for any DIY enthusiast. So far the descriptions have been very straightforward, not a lot of like Sims puns in there. You know, like normally like they're doing all like the silly puns. Where can I put this? Here we go. It's obviously we wouldn't have it over the window, but just to get a view on that. So yeah, nice for decorating spaces. What have we got on there? What is that there? What is that? I feel like I've used them in like high school. I did like the design, like woodworking as a GCSE. I think I failed it, but I feel like I did use those then. I just don't remember what it does. That's like a level and like different saws, like a measuring thing. Yeah, you can tell that I failed that class. Okay, that's cool. That's nice. I don't know where I'm going to put that though. We've got this other one here as well, Workshop Wonders Shelf. So this has got like binders and like cleaning supplies and like WD-40 type looking things, screws. I like that, the jars of screws, like household, like classic. If you haven't got a drawer full of old screws, then are you even a grown up? Does this actually match? It's different colours, which is a bit of a shame. I like the colours like options on it, but does that even match the wood on this, or is that a completely different wood? Because I would like it to match, and I feel like it's a different wood. It's kind of similar, but not exactly the same. This feels like more of an MDF, you know, like a fake wood, and this feels more like a hardwood. But again, you get like the clean and dirty versions, which I think is pretty awesome. So I do like that shelf. I think I'd probably use that for like, again, like university classrooms if I was going to create like, you know, some sort of like workshop class. I think I'd probably use that there. Okay, nice. Okay, and then we've got the Cluttered Tinker's Table. This table is the ideal spot for Sims who find inspiration in a little disarray. Packed with potential and overflowing with inspiration, it's where clutter meets creativity. Cluttered Tinker's Table. So it's not a work, like a work desk. I kind of like that I can kind of put it on an angle with that and create like a little like space here. This is the candle making station from Eco Lifestyle, so having it like that is quite cool. I think this matches, can you see like the red and the wood matches this, so that's nice. And I could even grab this and put this like on the corner here and just like box in that space. I like that, that's nice. So I guess it's just I guess this is just like a shelf, because I don't think it's a working desk because there's too much clutter on it. So I don't know how much I'm going to use that, because like what can I even put on there? You know, can I put like decorative objects on there, or will it not let me do that? Let me find something. What have I got that I could like grab? This lamp perhaps. Let's have a look at like yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to use that. With it being 2 tile, I feel like it takes up a lot of space without it actually offering any kind of functionality, unless it's a woodworking bench, which I can check just to kind of see, but I don't think it is. So I would have preferred like a functional desk, or, you know, a functional woodworking desk, like something that is going to like have me use that space, because I just feel like that's clutter now. It's just taking up room without me actually necessarily getting any benefit from it. And then we have the handy sim trolley. Now I do like this though. So this is like 1 tile, so it's easier to kind of like put down. It's not taking up as much room as that like 2 tile one. I really feel like that should be a desk or like functional in some way. So let me actually put this here. This is really nice. I kind of missed these kind of objects back when we first got The Sims 4, and I was missing a lot of stuff from The Sims 3. I actually took some of the meshes and some of the objects from The Sims 3 and converted them to The Sims 4. And one of the very first things that I did was that kind of like the set that was very similar to this. It was kind of like a big toolbox. So yeah, it's really nice to have things like this in the game, because like I say, it was something that I really missed when I first got The Sims 4, like this style, because I really like creating like sheds and garages and like these kind of like tinkering spaces for the dads in the game. So yeah, I really actually do like these, even though I did just say that they're kind of hard to place. But I would prefer something like this that's quite original to something like this that feels like we've already got similar things in the game. It's just taking up space. So is this actually functional? It says heirloom eligible, but I think most things are. The robust rolling cart is equipped with drawers full of essential tools. I don't think it actually is. I think that's just the description. Whether you're fixing, building or inventing, it's your ultimate partner in productivity. So I think this is basically just a surface, as is this. These are cool stackable storage tubs. I like the word stackable on there. So maybe I can get some use out of this. I can just kind of like pile them up high like this. And that's quite a nice size as well. I feel like we have got storage tubs, but they're a lot smaller. This feels like the sort of stuff that I use at home a lot of the time for, what's happened to that window? Like in real life, you know, toys and things for my kids. So even though it's quite industrial looking, I reckon you could probably repurpose those for like kids' rooms or like basement spaces. You know, like if you had like the basement treasures kit, like that's probably going to complement quite well. I feel like you could like have a similar space with those 2 things. So yeah, nice as well for like gardening as well. Like you could imagine you've got some like gardening supplies out in these. So if I were to have this out like this, and like pretend that's, you know, where I'm keeping all my gardening tools, that's a nice little clutter thing. So that's really cool as well. And I like as well because this is obviously going to stack with other things. So if I go and grab, I don't know what I did with that light, I think I've lost it forever. If I grab this little woodworking dragon thing, you know, I'm going to be able to put that on top as well. So I like those. They're going to be quite handy and useful. They do clip, so just be aware that you're going to have to be careful about like the placement of those. I think I'm going to shove that there in that corner. Actually, back there in that corner. Will it go there? It will. Cool. We get a sink, metal utility sink. This is nice. I actually really like this. I think this is nice for workshopy type spaces. I wonder if we have like distressed versions. We do. Perfect. What I would say is that I sometimes find with sinks in the game that it's all this one colour, right? It's like all one metal colour, where I think it would have looked more realistic if this was like a slightly different metal to this, and then this was like a copper pipe or something, rather than it just being all one colour. I don't know why they do that with sinks in the game, where normally in real life there'll be, you know, multiple shades of the same metal, all different types of metal. So that's a little piece of feedback that I'd have there on that. But it is a cool little thing. Can I stick this in somewhere? Is that gonna go? Yes. And there we go, we can stick that there. But yeah, that's cool. I like that as like a utility sink. Good as well for like, like I'd say like kitchen spaces as well. You know, if you had like an industrial kind of restaurant kitchen, it would work really well there, or like in schools or anything like that. Like science facilities is like a nice kind of industrial purpose sink, so that's pretty cool. The Craftmatic Ultra, release your creativity with the Craftmatic Ultra, the pinnacle of woodworking. Here we go. So this is the new woodworking bench. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned artisan, the table provides precision, style, and endless possibilities. Endless possibilities is a little bit of an overstatement, because I do feel like they could be a little bit more proactive about adding new things to the woodworking bench. With it being like a base game feature, I feel like it's underutilized a little bit. I think it would be nice to see, you know, when we get new items in packs, if it's something that could be crafted through the woodworking bench, if it were added. But yeah, I'm really excited because, like I say, we had that base game one for so long. So to get like, I really like the coffee stain and the scratches. Like to get an actual like, I don't know, just a nicely like made one, like an updated one, because when we first got the Sims 4 base game, the resolution of objects was a lot smaller. Like it couldn't have as many kind of like vertices and like bits and angles and things like that. Polygons, I don't know. I'm bad at Blender. But now it kind of like, it changed from 32-bit to 64-bit. And so like the quality of items can be a lot more detailed with like the development of the game. So like, I feel like having to rely on base game objects where they're kind of like low poly and a bit blobby looking, when we've had nicer things added to the game, it kind of looks out of place. So to get updated versions of these base game items, I actually really do appreciate. Yeah, just they look nicer, they're more aesthetically pleasing. So we've also got the Vault fuse box. Keep your Sims electrical systems running smoothly with the Vault fuse box. Dependable and practical for everyday power needs. So I'm going to stick this outside probably. Would you have that outside, or is that more of an inside thing? Maybe I'd stick it in this little like covered section here, because there's nothing else going on in there, so it would make sense for it to be like protected a little bit from the rain. Yeah, nice. So we can have a tinker with that as well. And then the semi-reliable water heater. The semi-reliable water heater promises a splash of warmth, most of the time ideal for Sims who appreciate the occasional surprise and are always up for an unexpected chill. Okay, so these two items I do think are replicas of what we got with For Rent. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, these I assume are going to be actual functional items. Quite nice as well. I think they're nice for like farms and things like that. I do feel like it's a bit strange to have it outside. These feel a bit like the sort of thing that you would have had inside like a little cupboard. Like I remember one of these being at like my granny's house, and basically if I can find somewhere to kind of do it, what you would find would be like if I just get rid of this chair for a second and move this over, you would have like little little cupboards. So this would be like a little like linen cupboard with the heater inside, and then you'd put like your towels above it to keep your towels warm on like a shelf above it, but that would be like boxed in. So that's kind of what that reminds me of, like old-fashioned like indoor heaters, like because now your boiler would normally be like I can't speak now. Your modern boilers normally tend to be a lot smaller, like they heat water more instantly rather than these big old like storage style boilers. So yeah, okay. I don't know why I'm over explaining boilers. And then we've got the Craft Master Toolkit. I like this. Again, I don't feel like we have enough of this sort of thing in the game for me personally. So getting this pack actually kind of fills a need for me. Again, I would love to get cars and really be able to kind of like properly finish off my garage spaces, because why would I have a garage if cars don't exist in this game, you know? Like, I get that it's a workshop, but it's a missing piece of life for me. It's something that I would really, really love to see back. So I feel like this is teasing me a little bit because it's so mechanical. The ultimate companion for all your crafting needs. The durable metal toolbox keeps your tools safe and ready for action. Get crafting and make your Sims world a little more exciting or dangerous depending on your skill level. Okay. Yep, I like that. I really like the style of that. It slots into a couple of different spaces on this as well, which I think is quite nice. Can I slot it anywhere? Oh, well, it makes sense to have it on there, doesn't it? And keep all your tools together. Then we also have the sand, sawdust and more. Capture the essence of a well-loved workshop. The floor decal brings the gritty feel of sand, sawdust and more to your Sims crafting areas. I already like this because you could use this for so many different things. So I'm really glad I picked this lot actually. So I could put this down like around my chickens as well and make it look like the feed's a little bit more scattered and like a little bit more realistic looking. Sorry, I've got like a small business and they're just really obsessed with feeding my chickens. So that's why there's like so much feed everywhere. But doesn't that look like so much more realistic now? Like I love this already. This is so good. So let's have a look at some of the other ones here. Like, oh, we've even got like different patterns of the sand. So if I get rid of that one, like we could have like that one as well, just to make it look a bit more realistic. What else as well? Do we have more sand? Like more sand. Oh, it's like a different shade of sand. Really cute. So if you were making like you know, like a sandbox out of the sand terrain for your toddlers, and you wanted to give it a bit of depth, you could even like put that on top just to make it look a bit more like it's like a little bit more textured, a little bit more raised. That could be another use for that. Very, very cool. I think that's meant to be like more like sawdust, is it actually? Maybe. Let's keep flicking through. So like another sandy one with like footprints in it. That's clever. I like that. That's your sawdust. Yeah, that's the one that I'd probably put in here. So like underneath like the woodworking bench, like if I move the rug, let's move the rug over this way. Sorry, I'm spinning my camera around all over the place. Yeah, I like this. And then, oh, look at like, we've got like oil spots and things as well. Like, oh, I love stuff like this. Do you remember when we first got it in like vampires, I think it was, where we started to get like the scratches and like the holes in the wallpaper and things like that? Like, I love this kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. So that's kind of like, you know, like if you move something and the floor's like dirty underneath. And like the oil spots. Really, really nice. I actually really, really like this. I would have liked something that did feel a little bit more like hay, just because I could have used that as well for like animal places. So like I could bring this over here and have like, you know, like the animals have kind of like kicked stuff up a little bit as well. Like you could put it like around the food and stuff to make it look like the food spilled out. So yeah, I could definitely get a lot of use out of these. Like sized up as well, it's quite nice. Yeah. I could definitely mess with this for sure. Like this is going to be really useful for me. I love stuff like this. Yeah, 10 out of 10 on that one. Love that. Okay, the fan. Breezy Bliss for floor fan. That's hard to say. Maintain the perfect workshop environment with the Breezy Bliss for floor fan. Ideal for keeping your sim focused and cool during their DIY projects. Okay, I guess I'm going to kind of put that there on an angle. And then let's have a little bit of a look at, I feel like it's going to blow the sawdust around though. I feel like you're just going to get like a face full of sawdust if you're not careful. But this is really cool. I like this. We have got fans in the game, but I don't think we've got any like standing fans. So yeah, very, very handy. I love anything that looks kind of like old and worn and rustic. So I like these swatches. Yeah, cool. Okay, the Carpenter's Caddy. The Carpenter's Caddy is your Sim's portable muse, packed with assorted wood bits. It's ideal for sparking new ideas. Encourage your Sim to ponder their next creation and turn those daydreams into reality. Wow, that is bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be the same size as this thing here. That is huge. But it does make sense, right? It makes sense that it's like all your old bits of wood, you know, you're storing all the different pieces, so you've got what you need, like if you're trying to build some furniture. So that's actually not something that we have in the game yet, and it's actually a really, really nice complement to the woodworking bench. So I really like that. Where I said that the thing over here, like it doesn't really serve a massive purpose, and I feel like we've got stuff like that already, and it just takes up space. Like even this, though this takes up space, it's a really unique item. So I actually do appreciate this one. Very, very nice. I could maybe get rid of like that coat rack and have that there. Sweet. The glow stick fluorescent light. Do you know what? I could do some more fluorescent lights. I do have a few. This is currently my favourite light in the game. This one from Laundry Day. I like that it's really simple. I like that it looks really vintage. Like the bulb itself looks nice. And some of the fluorescent lights in the game do look a little bit like maybe a bit boring, a little bit boxy. Like we had that one from like Get to Work that is just kind of like square looking. So this is actually a little bit more detailed. This is a really, really nice one. I think this would be good for like military spaces or like sci-fi as well. It looks very sci-fi to me with this big like storage box on it. So yeah, I like that. I like how industrial it is, and it just gives me like something else to work with other than these like Laundry Day lights that I usually kind of just use way too much. Then we have the Astrolux fridge. Astrolux, see, this is the thing. Astrolux, was that a brand that we saw in The Sims 3? It rings a bell. I feel like that's a familiar word to me. I like it. I don't know if it's like, maybe it's a real life like decor trend. What's it called? Like something looks. I can't think what it is, but yeah, I love that Astrolux. With a history as vast as the Milky Way, this fridge brings celestial. I feel like this is teasing us. Like this feels like we're gonna get like an alien pack or something. This fridge brings celestial coolness to your cuisine, perfect for those who dream of dining among the stars. Note: this salvage appliance has seen better days, but a sim with a knack for handiness skill could return it to its former glory. Food quality 8. So this is actually a really, really good quality fridge. I'm gonna move out the dog bed. I'm just gonna put it in like the kids' room. Yeah, I love the style of this. It feels like Fallout, doesn't it? It feels like, yeah, like I don't know, like something you would find in like a 1950s like nuclear like Fallout place. Like I really, really like this, like the style of that. And then we've got like Astrolux stove. I love anything that's like retro and vintage looking, and this is such, oh, look at how cool that is. So you get like a glimpse of like what it looks like before you restore it as well, which is interesting. Like one thing I would say, this should have been a counter so that I could have put this on the counter, because I can't. So I'm gonna have to get like another counter to put that on. I think there's nowhere currently that I can see where I can put it, unless I can put it on that thing that I thought was taking up a lot of space. Will it fit on there? No, it won't. So yeah, rather than having an object like this, I would have gone for a standalone counter. Now I know it's difficult for the Sims team to put counters in packs because it's not just one object, right? You've got to have all the different size pieces. So instead of it being like one object, it's actually taking up like 8 of those design slots. So that's why we don't necessarily get a ton of counters in the game, because like they're just a lot of work to do. However, having said that, Outdoor Retreat Granite Falls actually has a standalone counter, so it works as a functional counter space. I think it's also like inventoryable, so they could have used that so that we could have actually had a counter to put the microwave on, but we don't. See, I love the style of that. You can see it actually almost matches this style as well. I think this is either the kitchen kit that we got, or it's from Cottage Living, if I remember correctly. I'm not actually sure where that comes from, but yeah, I really like the matching style there. Let me just get these other couple of items out, and then we'll have a look at where that fridge is from, just to kind of confirm. I love the style of this. And again, it kind of matches the base game, because like Oasis Springs has a little bit of that kind of like Astrolux style to it, if you look at some of the like the billboards and things that are around town. So I love this style for The Sims. I think whenever they do a Sims base game, they should go for that kind of like futuristic 50s 60s kind of suburban look, you know, something a bit like Fallout, where it's kind of like Uncanny Valley, or like the Truman Show. Like I think that is absolutely the perfect base game style that all Sims games should have. What else is here though? Scrap savvy storage. Turn clutter into creativity with the scrap savvy storage. So is this actually a storage box for organizing your bits and bobs? Make it easy to find inspiration for your next project. So maybe this is like an actual storage box. We'll have to give it a try. Let me put it next to that storage box if it'll let me. It's not letting me. I saw it there. So we can like try both of those so I don't forget. Okay. Right, let's see where this fridge is from, just in case you were looking for like an alternative. So this one is from, yeah, so this is from the other kit that we had. Let me just check the name of it. It's one of the first ones that we got. Country Kitchen Kit. Yeah. So if you're looking for that fridge and that set, that's where you would get that from. Let me check these counters as well, just in case anyone's curious. Yeah, that's from the same kit. So if you're looking for like a complimentary kind of kit, that's one for you. This is from Laundry Day. Anyway, getting back on topic, let's grab Mr. Harold Spencer and let's get him over here and see what he can do. So yeah, you can actually click on this and restore it. I forgot to have a look at some of the swatches as well, but we'll kind of do that when he's like restored it. Right, you can stop playing with your bugs, mate. Stop nurturing your beetles. No, you're going to have to... Hang on, he's meant to be going to work. It's not a good... Oh no, I went to work. I went to work with him. Oh no, bad timing. I'm going to have to send him home. Welcome to Future Sims Labs. See, I feel like they'd have the Astro Lux, what's it called? Astro Lux style. Okay, I'm not doing that right now, but thank you. I'm just gonna have to like quit work. I love playing with things that I've not played with for a while as well. Like the get to work kind of science career. I'm all about that life at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, I've got all these people as well because of my small business. Let me get in here and do what I was trying to do. So, restore the fridge, please. Get over here. He's dazed now. Why are you dazed? Mental fog. Me too. I am also starting to burn out. This is me today. This is why I can't speak properly. He's feeling wheezy from his mental load. This is from, I think, Growing Together gave us like the mental fog, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. So it's just like the normal animation for fixing fridges, but let's speed up this process a little bit. Stop talking to me, I am busy. Actually, is there anything in this fridge that's like... Like, I was wondering if there's any like secret little things in the fridge. Oh, return it. Look at the gameplay interrupting what I'm trying to do here. Look at him like... getting all the attention. This is his wife, Dottie. Clearly, she's been doing some beekeeping. And this is their ranch hand. No, not now, Ambi. It's taking a while. If Chris gets home from school, I could have him also join in with the repair work. And Patchy turned up as well. Oh no, he's burning out faster. I'm so sorry, sir. Okay, while he's doing that then, let me get his wife Dottie to come over here and see if... Yeah. So these are actually storage. So what can I put in here? I can't put veg in there. Oh, I can put veg in there, but not the veg that comes from cottage living. Like the normal veg we can put in there. Can I put my honey in there? I cannot put my honey in there. Can I put a postcard in there? Yes. So I can put some things in there and not others. Fertilizer I can put in there. Earbuds? No, we don't want free earbuds, said the storage box. Photos? No, so you can store some things, but not like everything. And then let's have a look at these as well. These are also clearly storage boxes. Again, can I put my will in there? No. Honey? Yes. So similar things that I can and can't put in there, I guess. So cow plant? I guess so. Okay, let's have a look at this fan then. So I can turn it on. I have to confess, I don't normally play or pay too much attention to the temperature from seasons. I think because I've had it so long, so like the novelty wore off a little bit for me. So I normally just don't normally use things like any kind of like temperature controls unless my Sims are particularly warm. But I think I've turned off weather effects on Sims just because it got a bit distracting from like other things that I was trying to do. So just I may not be the most effective person at like figuring out how this works basically. Can I like cool down in front of it? Like how do these things work? I don't know, but I've got it on. So it is a warm day today, so hopefully that's going to help. I would assume as well, just to make you aware, normally things like this, they increase your bills. So when you get your bills, if you've got a lot of fans on, you're probably going to see higher electricity bills. Yeah, you can bring over Georgia. She's kind of sciencey. She can help. what else as well? So we've also got the workbench. So all the we've got handiness mentoring on it as well. Nice. So we can do like the normal kind of woodworking things on here. I don't know where Chris is. Yeah, so the normal things that you would be able to make are all available on here, depending on which packs you've got installed, like garden planters and things like that. Nice. So what else was there? Is this a storage box? That's not a storage box. Is this a storage box? That's not a storage box. Make Heirloom is like trolling me. But this is a seat, right? So we can get Dottie to come over here and sit and chat to Patchy on the bucket. Is this a storage box? Oh, look, there's an option on here to ponder next project. That's nice. I like that. That's like a little bit of an addition there. How are you doing? It's taking you a very long time to fix this fridge. I don't mind that because it gives it the feeling of it being like an ongoing project. Like, you know, he comes out here, he tinkers, he goes back, he's like, you know, he's got like a bit of a passion project that he just keeps tinkering with in like the garden shed. So I like that, but I would like to get that complete just so we can have a look at it kind of on camera in the review. So while I'm waiting for him to do it, look at her sat on the bucket. It's so cute. So yeah, while I'm waiting for them to kind of like do their review, like what do I think? Words are hard. While I'm waiting for him to finish his project, let's do a quick review. I like that we do have some functional things on here. I don't think it's giving as much additional gameplay as I was expecting. I'm really excited for things like the extra woodworking bench. I really like things like these little like dirty floor tile things because I think they're quite versatile. I'll probably get like a lot of use out of them. I do like the visual style of a lot of these items. I like that they have dirty and clean versions. I think that's good for storytelling, especially if you're doing something like rags to riches, right? You start off with like the kind of like rough stuff and then you get like the good stuff as your business starts to kind of like evolve and take off. I like that we've got things like this ponder next project is quite cute. I think they could have added a few extra interactions. Like it would have been nice to have just had like a regular like tinker thing so I could go around and just like tinker with things rather than having to always apply an upgrade to all objects, because that's something that we had in The Sims 3 that I particularly miss. Maybe I could go and try and set fire to something. Maybe if I have her come and do some cooking, I might be able to like, wait, hang on, can I cheat? Can I cheat to make this burn? I can't. I'm going to have to actually try and set it on fire on purpose. Or if I get some eco lifestyle burnt stuff, I might actually have some in my household inventory. Let me just quickly check. Do I have anything that's like burnt? I don't think I do. Okay, let me go ahead and get a dumpster. Sorry chickens, I'm going to put this in. Oh, actually I can shove it out there, that's fine. So let me see if I can get any burnt items from the dumpster. Dottie, we need some trash. I should have lots of trash because I've got the, you know, the thing where it's kind of like you have to sort out your trash, otherwise it piles up. I've actually got that on this lot. It's just, I don't know. What can I throw away? Is there anything I can like put in here and throw away? What's this here I've got? Recycle trash pile. There we go. Okay, I've got it. I'm doing it. Dive for deals. There we go. If I can get something that's burnt, and I can see if we can like actually restore burnt items now without magic, because currently the only way to do it is through magic. Let's put those in there and keep diving. What are you doing? Put it in the bin. Everything's gone a bit wrong. Pause. Put it in the bin. Put it in the bin. There we go. And then dive for deals. What do you want, Jake? Not now. That's one of my Sims. So Dottie found some dye. If I keep getting us to do it, she might get something like burnt furniture, and we can test that theory. Okay, Harold, you've not finished restoring it. What are you doing? Why are you angry? Fear of uncontrolled mental fog. He's not doing so well. I just need you to make it to the end of this video for me. And then we can dirty double, but it's not burnt. Here we go. This is burnt, right? Okay, yeah, we've got some burnt items. Let me get them. I'm so excited. Okay, put this out here and put this out here, because I always do the hack of like using the Restorio spell from Making Magic to restore the furniture. But maybe, no. So I was hoping that we'd have the restore interaction on burnt furniture, and we could like restore the burnt furniture now. He burnt out. He burnt out just like the furniture. Oh no. Okay, well maybe his son can take the mantle then and kind of like complete this project. Wake up, Chris. Come and restore this. Hopefully it's going to take less time because his dad started the project. Yeah. Look at how fast that went. So it's not like changing per sim. So just because a different sim starts doing it, it doesn't like reset it. It remembers its progress. So hopefully that's going to happen soon. I am a bit sad about that. I think it would have been nice if you'd have been able to like restore burnt furniture as well. Although I do like doing it with making magic too. And I do like that that's like a really special kind of like hack that you can do it with that. So it's got a little bit of gameplay, but not as much as I was like expecting. But I do like that a lot of the objects are gameplay objects. There you go. Look, he's like repaired it and it's like good as new. I actually love the style of that. I think that's really, really cool. I'm going to end up using that like a lot in my own games. And like the interesting thing about it is, oh, I can't use the design tool on it. What? Because it's like a unique item now or something, or because it can't be bought in the catalogue, I suppose. It's like you can only, oh look, wait, salvaged. So I can't buy it new. It's not like you can buy like a new version. It's like you have to salvage it if you want it. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I'm stupid. I'm so confused by it. Okay, let's look at the different options. Oh, it's so nice. I like the colours. That green's really nice. I like the kind of retro colours. Does it have pink? The blue's really... Yay, it has pink. And the red as well. Like, I think the red is such a classic, like, retro colour. It kind of reminds me of, like, Coca-Cola fridges a little bit. Yeah, I really love the design of that. That's so nice. But it is a bit of a shame that I have to, like, if I want that fridge, I can't just, like, place it down. I have to salvage it. Let's have a look and see if it's in BB Show Hidden Objects. And see if I use that cheat. Oh, yeah. Look, here we go. So these are like all the fixed versions, I think. So if you do want to place it down and you don't want to have to fix it, like maybe you're just a builder and you don't really care about the gameplay, I think, yeah, you can buy it from the catalogue if you use the BB Show Hidden Objects cheat. So that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. And I guess that's going to be the same for like, yeah, the microwaves and things like that as well. And the little coffee maker. Very, very nice. I can't put it down anywhere, but you get the gist. And like the ovens as well. So yeah, really, that's a good touch that like you can access it with a really, really simple cheat. Amazing. I like this kit. The style of it is my style. It's to my taste. I like that kind of like retro futuristic look, and I like kind of handiness and like workshop spaces. So this is very much my cup of tea. I feel like it is giving me things that I didn't already have. I like the gameplay that is there of like getting these items and restoring them. It'd be really, really cool. I don't know if this is the case. I think it'd take me like longer than this video to check, but I wonder if these actually show up like from the dumpster if you have eco living, because that'd be really cool to get like the salvageable objects from the dumpster. I like this kind of like color of wood and things like that. I like that we do have a few functional storage boxes. Oh, I forgot to check like the heater and the fuse box. So again, this is kind of hard to check, but I assume this is gonna, yeah. This works like the one from For Rent where you have to perform maintenance. So if you are running kind of like a rental property, you would have to kind of like make sure these things are maintained as part of like your landlord duties. So Rebustify Inner Working. So I think that's literally the same as the For Rent one. And of course I've got For Rent installed, so I don't know if these things are going to be functional if you don't have the corresponding packs. Obviously the more packs you have, the more interactions show up on different objects. So I don't know what you're going to see if you've just got the base game, but if you have For Rent, that is going to be compatible. I think I'll explain it that way. Where did I put that storage heater? Up here. So let's have a look at, yeah, same thing. So perform maintenance. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to be like a base game thing or if that's specific to For Rent, but just letting you know where that gameplay is if you would be looking to find it, because I don't want to mislead anyone. All right, and on that note, I think it's probably time to take a look at the giveaway for this pack. So thank you everybody who watched this far. Hopefully the code is still around when you want it. But thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with this code for the Restoration Workshop kit. It's a one-time use code, so whoever sees it first is going to be the person who redeems it. So sorry if you're second, third, fourth, it's the first person who gets it. Do check with your parents if you're not 18 before you redeem it. It's redeemable on the EA app, and yeah, no purchase necessary. I'm trying to remember all the legalese I have to tell you. No purchase necessary because it requires the Sims 4 base game, but that is currently free on the EA app. And just a reminder that if you are buying any additional kits or packs from The Sims 4, I do have a creator code, Cinderellimouse, that you can put in at checkout, and it does mean that EA sent a little bit of money my way. So if you want to take advantage of those discounts that are currently on, then yeah, and you want to do that as a little thank you for me covering this video, I appreciate it, and I appreciate your faces. Good luck and congratulations to the winner. If you don't mind letting us know in the box below so that other people don't kind of waste their time trying to redeem it and getting disappointed, that would be amazing. No pressure, but if you do notice that it has been redeemed, let other people know. That would be great. And on that note, I'm gonna go and play. I'm excited to keep playing with this family because this is the family that I've been playing with recently, and this is like exactly the kind of content that they would play with. So yeah, really excited to play with this myself. And yeah, thank you to the kits team for making it because I think it's pretty cool. Not perfect, there's always more that I think they could do. Like, I'm never going to give it like 100 out of 100, you know, because I think there's always room to do more. I'm an ideas person, so I'm like, they could do this, they could do that, they could do this, and then I get disappointed that those things aren't there. But I think they've done a decent amount for a kit, and I think it's interesting, I think it's unique, and yeah, this is a good one in my book, personally speaking. So I'm gonna go. Do take care of your faces, take care of your Sims, and I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.